Good morning again. I've got a couple of articles that I want to point out. One I want to cover, but I do want to point out a couple of others over on War News 24/7. So if you take a peek at your screen there, you'll see their homepage. Now, this is the story that we're going to cover. The first one, you see the main story there. That's the one I'm going to cover. But I want to point out that there's other important stories there too. You probably want to go and check out, including the IDF attack order. We will fight in the streets and tunnels. You are the generation of victory. That is one of them that's probably a good one to read. Um, Netanyahu, he compared civilian casualties in Gaza to the bombing of civilians by the RAF in 1944. So that might be another one that you want to check out. Iran saying Israel crossed red lines with the ground operation. Another one you probably want to check out. Along with Israel, first wartime use for Arrow long-range defense system. So you probably want to check that out. And then there's war expands beyond Israel down there. Let's see, what's the rest of it? War expands beyond Israel. Saudi army on alert after clashes with Houthis. So I think everything else are pretty well kind of covered. The USA, they announced a nuclear bomb 25 times or 24 times larger than that of Hiroshima. We talked about that yesterday, last night on last night's show. So if you cover those, you'll be pretty well caught up as far as War News 24/7 is concerned. I'm not going to make a super long video including them all. I'm going to discuss this particular situation if my arms don't do freaky stuff. And we've got that article right here. Russia announces equipping Su-57s with R-37M stealth missiles, shoots down targets 400 kilometers away, deadly danger to all Western aircraft, says War News 24/7. Wow. So it says Russia's confirmed the development of a long-range RVVBD R-37M air-to-air cruise missile for Su-57 fighters. The confirmation came nearly a week after it was revealed the 24 Ukrainian fighter jets had been shot down by an as-yet unidentified Russian missile. There are two issues that should concern the West. The first is that the new Russian missile has stealth characteristics. The Ukrainian pilots, those who survived, reported that their radar and incoming missile warning systems were never activated. We talked about this like a week ago when that happened. The second is its range. While the exact specifications of the missile remain unknown, the Russians say it has a range comparable to the cruise missiles that equip the Tu-160 and Tu-95MS. These missiles can hit a target at a distance of 600 kilometers, 200 or 2,500 kilometers, etc. This creates a big problem for the Ukrainian and general NATO Air Force. A swarm of Su-57s will be able to shoot down all Western aircraft, in this case F-16s, flying inside Ukraine. So you didn't know they had F-16? Oh yeah, they've got them. They've got them. In fact, I think that was one of the stories I saw somewhere. I did see it, I know, somewhere. F-16s in Ukraine. The first fighters will arrive in the next few days at a training center in Romania. So that's probably another one you want to pay attention to, another article. So it's going to be a lot of stuff coming out involving conflict, because there's a lot of conflict going on. So let's go back on over to where we came from. And this is not good. Again, you know, we'd already talked about this last week about the R-37Ms. We've of course talked about in the past the Su-34s with the Kinzhals. They've been using those quite a bit. It's not a good day to be a nation against Russia, because I'm telling you, they have gotten some, and I know we do too. We've got tons of stuff that's never seen the light of day as far as the public's concerned. I get all that. Um, but I'm telling you, we aren't comparable to countries like Russia and China. And I've said it a million times. It's not about how much money is spent on military defense. That has no bearing. That money is money. It's valued at whatever some man makes it. What's important to me is the effort. Like I had the conversation with Paul that day, we were talking about drones. And so, in order to properly understand the difference in what it would take for me to get a drone here in the United States and for them to get a drone there in Africa, I needed to know how long somebody needed to work at their job, the average job with the average pay. How long would they have to work at their job before they can afford that same item? That's how you get to the brass tacks on currency value. It's not what some man in a suit says. It's about how our dollar compares to other dollars, right? That was an eye-opening moment. I'll tell you that. That conversation with Paul was truly an eye-opening moment for me. Because he said it would take like a couple of months for the same amount of money that many people here in the U.S., and when I say many, I mean many people here in the U.S. could do in a week's time. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I just can't believe. Sorry, Blue's over there pissed off, scruffing on the futon. So if you saw my arm do some kind of a weird thing back behind me, it's because I was dabbing at that thing over there that for some reason is so damn mad that she's got to let the world know. So you know that she's upset, right? I just want to make that clear. Blue, right, is upset. She's pissed off, highly. Probably because I'm making this content for you. Not sure, you'd have to ask her, but she's busy scruffing and huffing. So, hey. Anyway, that's all I got. I got Blue, right? I don't need no Kinzals. I don't need no R-37Ms. No, no, no. I've got a bitchy dog, and that covers all my bases. So anyway, I'll leave the link, of course, to this article down in the description. I cannot urge you enough to, after you click that link and read this article, to click up here in the corner, War News 24/7 in the top left, and that'll take you to the home page. And then you can continue on about your search. I have it automatically, to where it switches to English. And so you will have to translate it to English. It is a Greek website. So I think that's pretty much what I got for you on this. Just keep an eye, man, because this stuff is going to really develop quickly. I really believe that. So anyway, hope to see you later for the live show. Shalom.